According to the teachings of the Buddha, the Katina Mahapankama is one of the 8 most significant meritorious deeds in Buddhism. It is the first among these 8 meritorious deeds. The term Katina Mahapankama refers to the grand ceremony of offering robes to monks who have completed their 3-month rainy season retreat. The Buddha has praised this act as a highly meritorious deed within his teachings. The significance of this ceremony cannot be quantified easily, as it is considered extremely beneficial. The primary reason for this ceremony is that monks observe a specific period of retreat, usually 3 months, during which they remain in one place and focus on their spiritual practices. At the end of this period, the Katina ceremony is held. The Buddha emphasized the importance of monks traveling and spreading the Dhamma for the benefit and happiness of many people. This period of retreat and the subsequent Katina ceremony are seen as crucial for the spiritual development of both the monks and the lay people who support them. During the time of the Buddha, there were 62 other religious sects in India. However, none of these sects conducted religious activities during the rainy season. The Buddha, recognizing the challenges faced by monks traveling with their alms bowls and robes during the rainy season, established the practice of the Vassa retreat. This retreat period, lasting 3 months, allowed monks to stay in one place and focus on their spiritual practices without the hardships of travel. After the first 20 years of the Buddha's enlightenment, he introduced the Vassa retreat as a disciplinary rule. This period is significant because it allows monks to deepen their practice and for lay people to gain immense merit by supporting them. The Buddha emphasized the importance of monks traveling and spreading the Dhamma for the benefit and happiness of many people. However, during the rainy season, the focus shifts to intensive practice and community support. The Buddha entrusted the task of preaching the Dhamma to the monks. He instructed them to wander for the benefit and happiness of many people, saying, Charata bhikkhave charikam bahuyana hithaya bahuyana sukhaya. The Buddha emphasized that monks should preach the Dhamma peacefully to those who wish to listen, without any form of violence. Following this Buddha's teaching, monks began to travel throughout the year, regardless of the seasons, preaching the Dhamma in villages and towns. However, this year-round Dhamma propagation started to become problematic. Other religions in India at that time also engaged in their religious activities, but during the heavy rainy season, their representatives refrained from propagating their teachings. In contrast, the monks continued their Dhamma propagation throughout the year.
So Buddha praised it, and now be very happy. I will tell you again, be very happy. The way you want, everything will be successful. Yesterday when you were monk, there was a saint chanted and bless you. This morning. Imam Bhattena Jivaram Ekhoram Bhatta Imam Bhattena These are the main people who sponsor this Katina ceremony according to the advice of Baba.
During the rainy season, monks faced many difficulties, such as their robes getting wet and the discomfort that came with it. Additionally, While traveling during this season, they inadvertently harmed small animals and plants, which led to criticism from many people. As a result, the Buddha established a disciplinary rule that monks should stay in one place during the rainy season. This rule was established in the following manner. While residing at Jetavana Monastery in Savatthi, the Buddha learned from Anandathera about the public disapproval of monks traveling during the rainy season. The Buddha then declared, Anujanmi bk vasan vasamapagantu, instructing the monks to observe the rainy season retreat. According to this disciplinary rule, from that time onwards, monks spent the Vasa rainy season in a monastery. The Buddha himself also adhered to this rule. To observe the Vasa, monks had to meet certain qualifications. They needed to have received higher ordination upasampada. A fully ordained monk is one who has the rightful ownership in the Buddha's dispensation, and for this, they must be at least 20 years old. After spending the Vasa, the monks would enter the period known as the Kathana month. All the meritorious deeds performed during the Kathana month are dedicated to the Kathana robe offering ceremony. This includes cleaning the monastery, constructing buildings, and other offerings. The Kathana robe offering is considered the pinnacle of merit-making activities, akin to the pinnacle of a stupa or the trunk of a great tree. The central focus of this Kathana ceremony is the offering of the robe. The Kathana robe is offered by laypeople to the monks, and the monks, in turn, offer it to a deserving monk. This is the only offering that is made twice, making it a very powerful meritorious act. The word Kathana itself means firm, strong, and durable. During the 3 months of Vasa, laypeople come to the monastery to offer alms and perform other meritorious deeds for the monks. The monks, in turn, stay at the monastery, engaging in preaching, meditation, and other spiritual activities to enhance their spiritual development. After this period, the Kathana robe offering ceremony is held. The significance of the Kathana ceremony is as follows. One day, the Buddha gathered the monks near the Anavatapta lake and inquired from Anandathera if there was a monk among them who had performed a great meritorious deed. At that time, one monk stepped forward and mentioned that he had performed a great meritorious deed many years ago, specifically a Kathana ceremony. As a result of this meritorious deed, he had not experienced any suffering for 30 years and had been reborn many times as a deity and a king. The Buddha praised this monk, Nagatha Maharahathan, for his meritorious deed. The Buddha declared that among the 8 great meritorious deeds that can be performed in the Buddha's dispensation, the Kathana ceremony is the most powerful. The significance of this ceremony is that it can only be performed once a year at a monastery. The Buddha preached that offering a single Kathana robe is more meritorious than offering a large quantity of robes equivalent to the size of Mount Meru. The next most powerful offering after the Kathana robe offering is the offering of the 8 requisites. Therefore, there is no other meritorious deed that can equal the Kathana ceremony. According to the Buddha's teachings, the 5 heinous crimes, such as killing one's mother, father, or an arahant, causing a schism in the Sangha, and wounding a Buddha, are the only actions that cannot be mitigated by the merit of the Kathana robe offering. Other minor and wholesome actions can be mitigated by this offering.
So therefore, and sometimes the monks, you know that monks are wearing because they are following the tradition. So when we go out from the temple, so it is our custom to tell other monks, I am going to Buddha. So without telling, I cannot leave this temple.
The 8 great meritorious deeds mentioned in the Buddha's teachings are the Kathana robe offering, the offering of the 8 requisites, the Sangika Dana offering to the Sangha, the Avasa Dana offering of a dwelling place, the offering of fields and gardens, the construction of toilets and bathrooms, the creation of Buddha statues, and the writing of Dhamma books. Recognizing these great meritorious deeds, we should act accordingly.
Royal temple, because of your great support and the generous contribution towards the greatest meritorious deed, the Kathina ceremony was immensely successful. We, venerable monks, and all lay devotees of the Sri Lanka,